Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy claims that Florida Representative Matt Gaetz forced him out in order to cover up for his alleged sexual relationship with a minor. Ooh. Now, the ex-California congressman recently told attendees at an event at Georgetown University in Washington why he is not the speaker.
And I'll give you the truth why I'm not speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old. An ethics complaint that started before I ever became speaker, and that's illegal, and I'm not going to get in the middle.
Oh, damn. Here we go. McCarthy's Salt Era has begun. Now, of course, he's referencing an ethics probe launched back in 2021 when he was not Speaker of the House, by the way. This was during the time of Nancy Pelosi. And so, look, of course, as soon as Republicans retook the House, Gaetz allegedly is like, hey, you know that ethics probe? Yeah, we're going to need to put a stop to that one, if you could. McCarthy's like, no, we're not going to do that. That would be very, very bad of me to do.
Did he do it or not? I don't know. But ethics is looking at it. There's other people in jail because of it. And he wanted me to influence it.
Now, if that's true, that's disgusting. I mean, no bones about it, right? That said, would it be surprising to me? No. What do bad people do when they get into power? They use the power, obviously, to protect themselves and allow themselves to do more bad things. Okay. Now, the House investigation was paused when Gaetz was investigated by the DOJ over these allegations that he paid for sex and had sex with an underage girl. Okay. In December of 2022, Joel Greenberg, the former Florida tax collector whose arrest led to the investigation of Gaetz, was sentenced to 11 years in prison for offenses that included the trafficking of a minor. So that's what McCarthy referred to. There's other people in jail because of it. Yeah, Joel Greenberg. Now, that said, in February of 2023, prosecutors declined to charge Gaetz for whatever unfathomable reason. I have no idea. That led to the investigation restarting at Gaetz. Gaetz denies doing anything wrong, told Politico on Tuesday that McCarthy is lying, quote, which is why he isn't speaker. Just ask any of the 224 people who voted to remove him. Well, that doesn't really answer the question here of why he isn't speaker. Look, it only takes one person to introduce a motion to vacate, thanks to Kevin McCarthy changing the rules. And this comes up and bites him in the ass. You'd think that he would have known better, but then again, that was the price that he paid for being allowed to be speaker in the first place. Perhaps Kevin McCarthy was naive enough to believe that Matt Gaetz wouldn't pull the trigger on this one, okay? Or that he wouldn't get enough support. If he did, he was wrong. Maybe he also naively believed that Matt Gaetz didn't do this and that the ethics probe would clear him, so he didn't want to get involved in, doing anything about it, making it go away, because it would look pretty bad, because if Matt Gaetz actually did do it, well, then McCarthy would have helped with a cover-up of a sex crime. Not good. I don't know Kevin McCarthy's mind, but I do know from a review of private correspondence from the Daily Beast, Gaetz had indicated to a friend that his effort to undercut, isolate, and ultimately remove McCarthy was indeed payback for allowing this House ethics investigation to go forward, an investigation that he did not start. So, Now, Gaetz claims that it's because of government spending and that McCarthy had failed to keep his promises or something. That said, according to other Republican congressional sources, Gaetz was motivated to move against McCarthy because of the ethics investigation, not because of any policy differences. Somebody's lying here. Somebody's being a little less than honest. Who do you believe? I mean, somebody who no longer has a job in Congress and really doesn't have any more reason to lie, except for the fact that he does have a bone to pick with Gaetz, or the man who has been accused of trafficking a minor and then trying to hide it. And there's certainly some evidence, some questionable Venmo payments. Both of them do have selfish motives, sure, but I do believe that Gaetz has more on the line personally because of this investigation. Look, McCarthy lost his job, sure, but he's not going to prison or anything. Matt Gaetz, I don't know. So now finally, I have one more video of McCarthy. Let's take a look.
So then they come out and they say, because I kept government open. I'd do it all over again. We're not going to pay our troops? No, I'm going to pay my troops. You can't do the job? I think today, if you went back to the people that vote, did they think that was a smart vote? I don't think so. No, I made everybody stand up. Because I think historically, it'll be viewed as a very bad thing that happened to our Congress.
It was a very bad thing to happen to the Republicans. It made them look like absolute clowns. And guess what? Could happen again. Marjorie Taylor Greene is already threatening to oust Speaker Mike Johnson over Ukraine, over funding the government once again. Look, maybe that's just a threat, and, you know, she knows she doesn't have the votes for it. Maybe Republicans are like, actually, why don't we, since that first thing was, a bit of a mess, we're not going to go down that route and agree with Marjorie Greene. Certainly, there's a lot of people that are calling her out for her threats against, Speaker Johnson. I don't know. But getting back to what's between these two, it's obvious that this has gotten very personal between Matt Gaetz and Kevin McCarthy, to which I say, let him fight. Let him fight.